This is Umar for BoxNation. I'll just set the scene. No, I've got Mike here.
Moving up in the world, yeah.
I'll just set the scene. Chris Congo's about to do his second Riyadh season, like midweek show. He's just wrapping up and stuff in here. So it's great exposure for Chris, Ben.
Yeah, brilliant. Got a good opportunity again, keeping active, and that's what it's all about. Coming off the back of obviously great win against Florian Marku, and Umar Barry's getting it on again tonight.
Absolutely. And you and Moses will be looking to do the same this Saturday night. What are you hoping Dempsey McKean provides that others haven't? I'm guessing rounds, Ben?
Yeah, I mean that whatever he provides, it's a step up, it's development, and we learn a little bit more about Moses Itauma. So, obviously, in a strange way, we hope that he brings some hurdles and obstacles for Moses to have to overcome, which will be great for his development. But we'll see. If he doesn't, it's another great experience for Moses, another solid training camp behind him. And if he does, it's fantastic. That those are the things that he needs for his development to push on to be long lasting at the top of the heavyweight division.
You had a fair bit of time now with Moses, a fair few camps. How would you sum up his talent?
Generational, that's probably what I'd call it. I think me and Lee had this discussion that if he chooses, he's got the potential to be a long reigning heavyweight champion, one that will go down in history and leave a mark as one of the greatest heavyweights to ever make their mark on the division. So, yeah, exciting times.
What's different about Moses?
We always have the conversation. Obviously, he's mobility, coordination, those sorts of things for a heavyweight. But also, it's very rare for a heavyweight skill set to be able to transition and correlate through the weights. Like his skill set would be able to stand up in the welterweight division, in the middleweight division, and that's rare. But obviously, there's lots of things that play a part to being able to not only achieve stuff in boxing. It's more than just the boxing, but as we say, be a long reigning heavyweight champion. There's lots of things that come with that. So, but on top of that, he's a great lad. All of them are great family, good morals, good people, hungry for development, to learn, really passionate about it, and a pleasure to coach as well.
I know Francis, even Moses and yourself want him to do some rounds at some stage before he steps up to like elite level, Ben. If he just carries on blasting people away and then gets to that elite level without doing the championship rounds, is that, as a trainer, is that a concern for you or not?
Yeah, of course. It just leaves a question mark, doesn't it? But not to say that it's not something that can be overcome, but part of that is training camp, getting in quality sparring, making sure that he's developing in certain things like that, like his IQ in terms of certain areas, how to pace himself for a fight, how to make a fighter work hard even while he's nicking a rest, how to capitalize on an opponent who's worked too hard, how to recognize when an opponent has worked too hard. All of these things are things that he's developing along the way that are integral to him knowing how to do the rounds.
Spoke to him on Monday when you were in the room, and he described his spars with Tyson Fury and Malta as carnage. Some of the most intense work he's done, and also he said, and in a humble way, and Francis said the same thing, it's benefiting Tyson, the work he's given him. What did you hear about the sparring?
Yeah, of course, I can imagine. It's top quality work. He's a special fighter. Like, I wasn't there for the spar, so I can't comment on that, obviously. And the same with all the Tyson sparring partners, have all benefited him. That's the whole reason that he brings him in. But, Moses is a special fighter. The fact that he's a southpaw is a huge advantage. A southpaw that's got great IQ. And, of course, it would have been an advantage to Tyson in his training camp and in preparing for Usyk.
I've heard Moses on multiple occasions say, I'd love to share the ring with Usyk, even if it wasn't a spar. Why is that? Is it because he really likes southpaws, or?
I just think it would be a case of seeing where he's at. Like, he'd see it as a bit of a chess match. He wants to test his skills, and that's one of the great things about him. He wants to test himself, and he's got a great attitude towards it, and that's proof of it.
And just a couple of more things on Usyk and Tyson. In your opinion, what adjustments does Tyson have to make this Saturday to come away with a W?
See, the problem is I don't think it's a case of an adjustment and then that's it. He's going to win the fight in that, like by making that adjustment. Watching some of the pre-fight build-up, people's comments on this is what he needs to do, that's what he needs to do. The issue is when you've got two elite guys in there, adjustments throughout the fight are going to happen. No matter how they both intend to start the fight, there's going to be adjustments to the obstacles that the opponent is bringing towards them. It's then what adjustments are made, who's prepared better, who's got their preparation right in a sense of what adjustments they're expecting the opponent to make. Are they prepared for that? Can they then continue to make the adjustments throughout the fight? It's going to be ebbs and flows, similar to the first fight. And that is those adjustments where the fight's going to be won. Not how they intend to start the fight, not what their initial game plan is, because both fighters are good enough to make adjustments along the way. It's who can then continue to make the better adjustments. And that's where the key is, not how they intend to start the fight.
But he's got all the capabilities to right the wrong, Tyson.
Of course, all the elite heavyweights, they're capable of beating each other. You have to get your game plan right. You have to make the right adjustments along the way. And the first fight was a very close fight. Very close fight. There's been things that Tyson said along the way, and I thought, yeah, I think you're on the right tracks. So nobody's got the answer. I can't sit here and say this person's going to win because of this. That's the whole reason the whole world's tuning in, because it's two great fighters and nobody knows. That's why we're all going to tune in to find out.